Hello, welcome to HITC Sport. Right, a few weeks ago I talked about every Premier League club's current upgrade. Now let's look at the opposite. Let's find a player in each Premier League squad who have not been better or even as good as the players they replaced, i.e. a downgrade. Arsenal, Callum Chambers, Thomas Vermaelen. Okay, looking for downgrades in the Arsenal squad is tricky, they don't really have any. I'll have to go with Callum Chambers. Brought in as an up-and-coming £10 million 20-year-old defender from Southampton back in 2014, the same window where Thomas Vermaelen, Belgian international but with hamstrings made of jelly, was flogged to Barcelona. Listen, I'm not saying Vermaelen was a world beater, but all Chambers has done since is just get relegated twice out on loan. Give me Tommy V any day of the week. Aston Villa, Wesley Tammy Abraham. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for club record 22 million man Wesley. A young Brazilian hotshot striker dragged in from Club Bruges and was supposed to be the guy to make Villa fans forget all about Tammy Abraham. But he hasn't. He simply reminded them what they're missing up front. Last season, their Chelsea loanee striker spanked home 26 goals in 40 games as the club earned promotion back to the top flight. After being dragged back to Stamford Bridge amidst the transfer ban crisis, his replacement has lumbered about the pitch, scored 5 league goals in 21 games before snapping his knee in January. Not great. Bournemouth, Jordan Ibe, Matt Ritchie. Remember when Jordan Ibe was supposed to be better than Raheem Sterling? Maybe a tiddlywinks, but when it comes to the game of football, they're not even in the same league. I'm not saying Matt Ritchie is a world star or anything, but he was a damn good player for Bournemouth all the same. The 15 goals he smashed home from the left wing as the Cherries won promotion, the 4 strikes for them in the top flight, including a goal of the season contender against Sunderland. Selling him to Newcastle, watching him walk back into the Championship was a blow, but Eddie Howe thought he'd landed a coup with the £50 million purchase of Jordan Ibe dragged in off the Anfield bench. He's been hideously hopeless. His end product rivals that of a substitute left back. The guy is supposed to be an attacker, 5 goals in 92 games, currently finding himself stapled to the bench. Dreadful stuff. Brighton, Neil Maupay, Glen Murray. This feels harsh. Neil Maupay is only 23 years old and isn't having a bad season for Brighton, but it's not been great. This guy is a classic example of a Championship goal machine who struggles in the top flight, a bit like Dwight Gale. After banging home 28 goals for Brentford last season, he's managed 7 for Brighton. A club record £20 million, he's managed to go on a 9-hour goal drought. By contrast, a 35-year-old Glen Murray scored 15 goals for the Seagulls last season, and he was about 3 years off retirement. Burnley, Ben Gibson, Michael Keane. Very simple here. When Michael Keane was sold to Burnley for £30 million in the summer 2017, ripped out of the heart of the Clarence defence, Sean Dyche compensated with a £50 million purchase of budding young England international Ben Gibson from Middlesbrough. A club record signing, he's been nothing short of a pointless signing. 1 game in 2 years, and that was a 5-1 drubbing against Keane's Everton. Christ above, he's been about as much use as a soggy ham sandwich. Chelsea, Kepa, Thibaut Courtois. Yeah, Chelsea fans will probably hope I slip in the shower after this. Joke's on you, I haven't had a shower since 1997. Listen, I know you all hate Thibaut Courtois with a violent passion, but let's face it, Kepa has not been an upgrade. I get it, dragged in from Athletic Bilbao for 70 million quid, it was a rush signing, having been forced to waive Courtois out of the country in a £90 million move to Real Madrid. The Belgian has had his problems in Spain, sure, but there should be no mistake about it, he's at least a level above the standard of Kepa. Crystal Palace, Martin Kelly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Well, this is fairly simple. How are Crystal Palace ever going to be able to replace a £60 million right back? Simply put, they weren't. After sending Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Man United for a barrel of cash, Roy Hodgson has just stuck Martin Kelly in at right back. I know that man has some sort of sick obsession with that player, even bringing him to Euro 2012, but it's clear he's nowhere near as good. Everton, Cenk TOSUN, Romelu Lukaku. Okay, Cenk TOSUN is hanging to his Everton career by a thread, but he's still eligible for this list. Listen, it was always going to be tough to replace Romelu Lukaku. Sold to Man United in 2017 for £75 million. Everton just finished 7th in the league. They were not going to be able to drag in another world-class centre forward, but TOSUN is being utterly hopeless. Signed for Besiktas for a club record £27 million just 6 months after Lukaku's sale, he's managed 10 goals in 51 games, just 9 in the league, and was recently dumped to Crystal Palace's porch on loan. Leicester, NAMPALYS, MENDY, and N'Golo Kante. NAMPALYS Mendy was supposed to be the next N'Golo Kante. Having sold the club's most important player to Chelsea for just 30 million quid directly after winning the Premier League title, Mendy was then signed from Nice for a club record 13 million quid. He's played 47 times, limited to just 6 appearances this season, while Kante has since won another Premier League, an FA Cup, Europa League and World Cup. Says it all, really. Liverpool, Jordan Henderson, Steven Gerrard. Okay, yeah, I can almost hear the Liverpool fans violently getting sick in their mouth, but lads, hear me out. Jordan Henderson is a fantastic player, should arguably be in the running for the PFA Player of the Year award, but I literally cannot find a downgrade in this Liverpool squad. You might say Naby Keita has failed to live up to Philippe Coutinho's standard, but lads, different positions. Is Keita really his replacement? This stunning Liverpool team has upgrades across the park in pretty much every position, so considering Jordan Henderson has been at the club since 2011, considering he was clearly bought to replace Steven Gerrard, I have to pick him. Nothing against Henderson, he's going to end his Anfield career with more medals than Stevie G, and he is an unbelievable player in his own right. But I'm sorry lads, Gerrard was arguably in the top 5 players in world football, and was probably this club's best ever player, even above the likes of Kenny Dalglish. So I know it's pretty unfair, but I have to pick Henderson. Man City, Claudio Bravo, Joe Hart. God, what a ridiculous signing. This was Pep Guardiola's first attempt at replacing Joe Hart with a ball-playing goalkeeper. But by God, he should have signed someone who knew how to keep the ball in the goddamn net. Yes, Hart's career might currently be in tatters, but this was a guy who played nearly 350 games for Man City, had collected 4 golden gloves. He was a good shot stopper. Bravo! Dragged in from Barcelona, you could have stuck a piss-soaked mattress in goal. That would have done a better job of blocking shots. Man United, Eric Bailly, Johnny Evans. Yeah, this is probably going to rile a few of you, but lads, it's true. Eric Bailly was a £30 million signing for Villarreal in 2016, but let's be honest, he's been disappointing. After a strong start under Jose Mourinho, the lad's form has dropped off. He's battled injuries, lost his place. Why didn't the club just keep Johnny Evans? After 9 years of service, the Northern Ireland captain was tossed out to West Brom in 2015 like an empty tin of tuna. It's 5 years later, he's part of a Leicester defence, 3rd in the league. You're damn right Bailly was a downgrade. Newcastle, Joelinton, Salomon Rondon. Oh, it's clear as day, this one. Last season, Salomon Rondon was the perfect target man to play in Rafa Benitez's system, smashing home 12 goals in 33 games. His replacement, big £40 million lump of fudge Joelinton from Hoffenheim, has a quarter of his goals. Just 3, 2 of them against lower league opposition. He's a bumbling, awkward donkey of a centre forward, without a league goal since August. Christ above. Norwich, Todd Cantwell, James Maddison. This is so very cruel, as Todd Cantwell is clearly Norwich's best player right now. But lads, yes, while this is a breakthrough season for the 22-year-old, bagging 6 league goals and being linked with Europe's elite, he's still no James Maddison. An England international who spanked home 15 goals in his last season at Carrow Road. A lad who's probably going to wind up at Old Trafford. Sorry, Todd. Sheffield United, Chris Basham, Harry Maguire. It's hard finding a downgrade in the Sheffield United squad, so let's go with Chris Basham. Listen, this defender was a terrific signing for Blackpool in 2014. He's played over 240 games, earned 2 promotions, but Harry Maguire was sold a whole that summer, and look at what he's done since. Southampton, Nathan Redmond, Sadio Mane. I don't want to be too harsh on Nathan Redmond, as he is a decent mid-table player, but obviously not a patch on Sadio Mane. Sold to Liverpool in 2016 for 30 million quid, Nathan Redmond was supposed to be his replacement, arriving from Norwich for a third of Mane's fee. He's also a third of the player. In a similar number of games, Redmond has managed 22 to Mane's 77 at Liverpool. Tottenham, Serge Aurier, Kieran Trippier. Yeah, I know Kieran Trippier has had a poor season for Spurs last year, but still, I think we can all agree he's twice the player Serge Aurier is. A bumbling buffoon of a right back who regularly leaves his brain on the coffee table, Aurier has been the club's Achilles heel this year. Trippier, by contrast, is excelling in Diego Simeone's rigid back four at Atletico Madrid. Watford, Isaac's success, Odi Nigalo. Okay, I know by the time Odi Nigalo was spat out of Watford and sold to China, he was playing without a shred of confidence, but his replacement, Isaac's success, has been a complete and utter failure. With success having replaced Nigalo with Granada in 2014, Watford tried the same thing in 2016, and it didn't work. 4 goals in 49 games. But if that's been the pattern of both Granada and Watford, does this mean success will follow Gallo at Man United? West Ham, Manuel Lanzini, Dimitri Payet. Nothing against Manuel Lanzini, he's been a decent player when fit, but arriving in 2016 clearly as a replacement for the soon-to-be sold Dimitri Payet edging back to Marseille, he's not been quite as good. After all, Payet was a genius. Wolves, John Ruddy, Carl IKEME. Christ, it's hard to find a downgrade in the current Wolves squad, it really is. In fact, I literally can't find one. So sorry about that. Maybe at a push, was John Ruddy really an upgrade and Carl IKEME next? To be honest, Wolves got promoted, so he probably was, but let's pretend for argument's sake that he wasn't, because I can't find another one. Anyway, that's the end of it, lads. What do you think? Have I got this all wrong? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.